I guess they call me a Helldivers 2 larper, per se, as that's what I would call myself. I guess in my first few videos, I was only at 40 hours thinking I knew this shit, man. I knew what was going on in the community, I knew about the balancing, I was frustrated, all this stuff. I didn't know fucking shit, man. Okay, that's the thing with Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is one of those games you do need to spend time to really get your thoughts and opinions on it. It's a harder game to talk about because the community consists of their own larpers, which you have wine divers, glaze divers, fart divers, I don't know, maybe, I don't fucking know. But still, at the end of the day, Helldivers 2 is not a bad game, but it does have a ton of issues, and at this point, I feel like I have some sort of right to talk about it, but the reason I call myself a larper is just for this reason. I've been called that before. I have 200 hours in the game now. I got it in February. I didn't have a PS5 for a few years. My computer couldn't run Helldivers 2. I was watching on YouTube for 2 years with channels like Babingus or channels like Super Earth Salute, which I really like, and over time, and then Thornton Gaming, which got me excited for story stuff, and then saw that most of his channel stuff is fake once you go into the subreddit and discords of Helldivers 2, which are even worse in my opinion. And I think the thing I got frustrated with in Helldivers 2 originally was the fact of the communication with the devs was just very lackluster, and I've kind of taken a back seat on that and just see how does the game play with me disconnecting from the news, the YouTubers, the commentary, and all this stuff, you know. And it seems like Helldivers 2 has a YouTube problem, and I'll leave 2 channels in the link in the description for Helldivers 2 content, because I'm going to be jumping from Halo, Helldivers, other games as well in the future, because I like talking about this stuff, and also just the console market, PC market in general. But Helldivers 2 has about 40,000, 50,000 concurrent players at almost any time. Last night, it dropped quite a bit. I was playing the game, logged on at like 2 a.m. There wasn't a lot of people, but that's to be expected. There was a lot more people earlier this year during Cyberstan or when the Void first came out. But at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't seem to really matter until probably maybe the Warhammer Warbond, which looks exciting, but it doesn't look there's not a lot of stuff. I think, isn't it the Warhammer, their special war bonds? So you're going to pay extra, $5 extra for less, in my opinion. If there's no superstore items, I don't really give a flying crap about the Warhammer war bond. And I think the main reason I didn't really cover the game is I got really into the mechs. Yes, they were very like paper mache-ish in terms of balancing. They were easily destroyed, but they were super fun to use. And so I got very upset when they locked 2 really cool mechs behind a warbond. And of course I could super credit for them, but with my job and work and life, I might only get a whole day to really play video games all day. Like yesterday, I was just on the game all day, and that was the first time I was able to do that in months. It was a great experience, you know, just being able to just disattach from my job, work, all that bullshit, play the game. In Helldivers 2, ran into a ton of bugs, but I still had a good time, you know. And I just want to be able to pinpoint kind of my direction and take with the game. At the end of the day, I think this game is pretty solid. It's just the issue is it needs a lot of changes, but I'm going on this channel to be learning and growing with the game, and also kind of my other commentary styles as well, and learning to grow and learning to better articulate my thoughts, because I don't want to continue, like, I feel like some of my videos are just shitpost rants, but I want to like add some perspective to the Halo community and Helldivers community, because it seems like these communities are very similar. There's a lot of overlap with the Halo and Helldivers community. Like, I really do think the Xbox players, we were the biggest LARP. Like, maybe I'm a LARper because I went to go play Helldivers 2 because it's the closest thing I can get to a Halo fantasy. And it's probably the only thing I can get close to a Halo fantasy now that feels grounded, military, against bugs, aliens, all that stuff, you know? Like, I love Terminator, you know? Like, Helldivers 2 is kind of like an amalgamation of everything a man would want in a video game. It's just annoying that it has such a good base, but it's just messed with by making the game either harder or easier on level 10. And it's just like, just stop. Please, just keep the game the same for at least a few months, you know? It's just Custom Chief signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe. That's just another Helldivers 2 take. I guess I'm a LARPer with 200 hours, and A lot of war bonds unlocked. You know, yeah, I'm a huge larper, I guess, for Helldivers too, because I admit I should have not made those videos early on, like my 40 hours of experience. I really do think that video just, it's not gonna state my opinions greatly, because 40 hours in my opinion is not enough time to review a live service multiplayer game like Helldivers 2. I believe you need spend a few months on it and also like see what changes the trajectory of the game is going, positive or negative. And I'll get more into my opinions in future videos on this channel. My next video is going to be reacting to the Accolades trailer for Halo Campaign Evolved and how it slightly pissed me off. It's Custom Chief signing off. God loves you. Peace out.